Hello and welcome back to Bookish. I thought I'd do something different for my Saturday Hodgepodge video today. Earlier this week, I got a chance to go out and do some fishing. For those of you who are worried that you may see a fish caught, I did not catch. There's no video of me catching fish in this video. I know that upset some people, so I decided to leave that out. But it was a really nice day outside, so I thought I'd just use that footage from my fishing trip and do a little voiceover just to do a little something different for my Saturday video. You may enjoy a break from looking at my face in the same room over and over again. That was my thinking anyway. So this week I finished Leonard and the Hungry Paul, a book that I just absolutely loved, and I still love now. This may end up being one of those books which is just a kind of a me book. It may have just hit me exactly right, but I really liked it. I put up a review of that on Thursday. I also am reading Great Escapes from Detroit by Joseph O'Malley, who we know here on BookTube as Tootight Latrec. I've read 2 of the stories so far, and I'm enjoying them. By the way, you can order copies of Great Escape from Detroit, and it is available as an ebook right now. If you, like the author, are worried about exposing people to COVID by having books delivered, there is an ebook available right now. And then, in addition to that, since my reading month, I'm reading books faster than I normally do. I had a thought that I would do a reread of Cormac McCarthy's Border Trilogy books. So I'm starting with the first one, All the Pretty Horses. Sorry, this is a book that I've read before. I enjoyed. I know that there are some people, Steve Donahue, who don't like Cormac McCarthy at all. But I was thinking about maybe doing a series of 3 videos about those 3 Border Trilogy books. In part, I was inspired by this because I was reminded of really one of the best things I think that exists on BookTube, and that is a series of videos, kind of a series of read-along videos about McCarthy's masterpiece, Blood Meridian, which was done by Amy Gets Lit. That was the channel. And while Amy is not really posting content right now for a variety of reasons, it's just great, and I'm going to leave a link to that series down below in the hopes that maybe if more people go and watch and comment on those excellent, amazing videos, that she'll be inspired to get back to making content, because she's just a great content creator. So if you wanted to check out something about Cormac McCarthy right now and his, I guess his most celebrated work, you could go over there. Last week in my Saturday Hodgepodge, I brought up the issue of whether or not you were still ordering books, because I was a little bit unsure of whether or not, exactly what the ethics of ordering books right now is, with, kind of trying to balance the idea of supporting employment and supporting authors with the idea of not exposing delivery drivers and the people they deliver packages to COVID-19. And I got a lot of different answers, and I appreciate everybody giving me their input. I did decide to order some books, but I didn't do it through Amazon. Jaclyn from 6 Minutes for Me made me aware of a book ordering website called bookshop.org, which essentially kind of combines a lot of independent bookstores, and so that when you order books from them, those books, some of the money for those books gets kicked into a fund, which helps support local independent bookstores. And so there were some books I wanted to have and make sure I had for June, and there was one book I wanted just because I saw it. I just thought it looked great, and so I ordered some books from bookshop.org. And I was surprised at how much money they said from my order went into this fund that I assume the money is in some ways distributed to local bookstores. Anyway, so those books will be coming, and I guess that for me was the best way to kind of solve that problem. and to know that at least some of the money was going to help local bookstores, and I could still get the books delivered relatively quickly. Not like next day or 2-day delivery that you get from Amazon Prime, but it felt a little better to order the books this way. So I'll leave a link to. Well, actually, I don't need to leave a link. You can just go to bookshop.org and you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you want to order books, I think it's probably I'm pretty sure it's just here in the United States. But if you wanted to order books while you're quarantined or locked down at home and you wanted to help local independent bookstores, that might be a good way to do it. Along those lines, also, while I've been quarantined here and staying at home, I've had a lot more opportunity to watch BookTube since I'm not at work 8 hours a day or 40 hours a week. And I've noticed that I've been watching a whole lot more BookTube, and so a couple of questions kind of came up for me, and this is, I guess I'm just kind of curious about how you approach the idea of watching BookTube videos from channels you subscribe to. If I look on my list, I think I'm subscribed to about 210 channels, and there's no way I can watch all of those channels and all their BookTube content. I know this is a problem, and this is an issue that's come up for lots of people. So I had a couple of questions, and be interested to see how you do this, how you handle this. So my first question was, or my first point is, or question is, do you leave a comment on every video you watch? Do you watch the video and leave a comment? I have to be honest with you that I kind of like trying to leave comments on almost every video that I watch, because to me that's a way of showing my support. It's also true that I started off on YouTube with a fishing channel, which I still have, and which you're watching some of the video I shot for a fishing video that I posted on that channel. It's also true that in that community you kind of have to continue supporting people's channels or they stop supporting yours, and that seems a lot less true here on BookTube, but I still feel obligated to comment. Now, I do not actually comment on every video, and I have a tendency to comment less on the videos of booktubers who have 10,000 or more subscribers, and more on the videos of people whose subscriber count is lower than that. But I'm just wondering if do you always try to leave a comment, or do you almost always try to leave a comment? And then the other question I have, and I think I know the answer to this, is I was just wondering if you watch videos at accelerated speed. And I'll tell you that I watch videos at 1.5. I changed the playback speed to 1.5, which is fast enough to kind of allow me to watch more videos. At the same time, I feel like I can still understand everybody. I will tell you that it does change the sound of your voice, and so when I do hear the voices of people I follow on BookTube and their voices at regular speed, it always kind of is an adjustment for me to hear the regular voices. And if you have music in your videos or a musical introduction, I'm always surprised at how much slower it sounds. But I assume people listen to me at speed. There are two channels I don't listen to at speed. Katy from Books and Things, because she talks really fast and I can't understand her if I listen to her at 1.5. And Rashmika from Rashmika Likes Books, I also have to listen to her at regular speed also. But also just wondering if that's what you do. So there are two questions for you that you can maybe put answers in the comment section for me about. Do you try to leave a comment every time, even if you don't necessarily leave a comment every time, and do you listen to the videos at speed? So I just want to do some shout outs to some channels that have been doing some interesting things, sometimes some new things. I mentioned Rashmika Likes Books. That's the name of her channel. Rashmika is a young writer from South Africa, and she's participating in this thing called Escape Roll. Now, she's the only person I follow who's doing this, but essentially what she does is she writes a poem on a theme, I guess, that's established by whoever created Escape Roll. She writes a poem on a theme, and then she reads that poem on her channel and posts a little short video of her poetry on that channel. And I've just been really kind of blown away by her talent and how beautiful the imagery and the language in some of those poems are. I'll leave a link to her channel down below and maybe one of those escape room videos down below. And then Josh from Literary Gladiators, a channel which has been around for quite some time, has started doing some chatty videos, which I really like, called Thoughts from Josh's Library. Last week he talked about books, obviously, but also kind of the fact that he works at a grocery store. And, I just thought those videos, and I'm a big fan of the chatty video as well. And so I just thought his videos there were really great. Anyway, I think that's it for me this Saturday. I hope you're all staying safe. Please, if you feel so motivated, leave a comment in the comment section down below. It just occurred to me that my question makes it seem like I'm begging for comments. I guess I am. And as always, thank you for watching.